Alrighty, what is up, squad? Here we are at the George Howard building. This is the Howard County Police Station right here. And then it's also the Howard County Government Campus. So, we're here to exercise our First Amendment right to film in public and publicly accessible areas, and to make sure that right is not infringed upon by anybody. This is 3430 Courthouse Drive. Again, we're out here in Howard County. Not looking for any confrontation. Hell, I'm looking to get inside quick because it's cold as hell out here. We were over at the Baltimore City Municipal Center a while ago. Had an okay time up there. Wasn't really accosted by anybody except one female worker who was a little ignorant, but it was what it was. Sorry. Okay. So, as I said, that is the Howard County Police Department over there. Okay, here is the public entrance. Woo, Nelly. Okay, squad. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and to smash that notification bell. Alright, let's get into it. Woo! 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 Freezing out there. Definitely different than it was last week, that's for sure. I gotta do like a temperature check or anything to get in here. You guys do that?
Where are we headed?
Oh, I don't need any help or anything. I just didn't know if I had to do a temperature check or anything.
What do you have, sir?
What do I have? What do you mean this is a camera?
It's a camera?
Yeah, it's a camera.
Okay.
Yep.
So where are you headed?
Oh, just around the building. In all the publicly accessible areas. I just didn't know if I had to give you guys a temperature or what was up.
No.
Okay. Cool,
You
cool.
have to sign in. Which department are you here to visit?
Oh, all of them. All of the public ones. All the ones that are publicly accessible.
Let me check.
Okay, yeah, check. Do what you gotta do.
Have a seat. No, have a seat. Sir.
Huh? Oh, no, I'm good. I'm okay.
No, you'll be taking pictures. We have to be very careful with this.
Okay, yeah.
Understand?
Yeah, you're right. You do have to be very careful. So I would get some more information before you
Right.
further escalate the situation.
Well, if you would just hold on for a moment.
No, I don't.
Then I can.
I'd rather not hold on though. You know what I mean? I'm at work right now. I don't want you hindering my investigation or my work. So yeah. Yep.
Do you have your name and number where we can reach you if there's any questions?
No. I'd rather not divulge that information yet. It could possibly lead to divulging the information from my story. Here we have another steel artifact from the World Trade Center, same as the Laurel City Municipal Center over there. They also had one of the steel beams. Pretty cool to see Maryland getting a lot of that stuff from up there. But yeah, no, I'm just an independent journalist gathering content for a story in public and publicly accessible areas. I'm engaged in First Amendment protected activities. Department of Planning and Zoning, Office of Transportation. The Harriet Tubman Building. Alan Kittleman, Kenneth Ullman, James Roby, Charles Ecker, Elizabeth Bobo, and William Akel. Those are the previous county executives. Here we have J. Hugh Nichols. We also have Dr. Edward Cochran, and then there is Omar J. Jones. Again, these are the different county executives over the years. Department of Inspections, Licenses, and Permits, authorized personnel only, so we're not allowed to go into there. This is for authorized users only. Here we go. Men's room, women's room, Ellicott City room. Oh, it just says the room. It doesn't say what's in the room. Okay, here's the elevators. Looks like another employee area, so we cannot go into there. Another unaccessible area. I won't get a sip of this really hard. Okay. Here's where you find the bathrooms and the elevators and stuff like that. You alright, buddy? You okay? You okay? I don't like you walking behind me. If you're gonna walk behind me, please keep a safe distance, sir. Okay. To adequately social distance, we ask that only one customer at a time enter this area. Is there already one customer currently in this area?
Well, that's what it means.
Sorry. Like the Mario hat, bro.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You're not referring to literally a sales. When you're going out, it's a specific category that says retail.
Is she considered a customer? I didn't want to come in if there was technically like a customer in the area. Okay. Alright, cool. I just didn't know what was down here. I saw it said licensing, permits, and stuff like that. What kind of like permits and licensing do you guys give out?
What are you recording for?
Just my own personal use. I'm an independent journalist, gathers content for stories.
Okay.
So I'm just gathering content in public and publicly accessible areas.
Alright, hold on one second.
Cool.
So what are you here for? What do you need? Was it?
I was curious what information was given out here at this specific like.
This is a zoning front counter.
Okay.
So we get out zoning information on the property, what it's zoned, what uses are permitted there.
Okay. Things like that. And now would that specifically be for like all of Howard County, or do you guys only operate? What is this like considered Ellicott City? I
Yeah, we
believe.
do all Howard County.
All of Howard County. Awesome. And it's only just like zoning permits and stuff like that.
Yeah, we would deal with some zoning permits, commercial uses, what's permitted on a commercial property. If there's a stream on the property, wetlands on the property, floodplain, site development plans.
Okay.
Recorded plats.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate you, ma'am. Thank you
Have a
very
great
much.
day.
You too. What was your name, ma'am?
Annette.
Annette, thank you,
Yeah.
Miss Annette. I appreciate you.
Take care, sir.
Thank you. So if you guys need your zoning information or any information on the zoning and things like that, Miss Annette over there in the customer service area can help you out. Okay. On to the next one. Licensing and permit office forms. So if you need any of the forms to fill out, they can all be found here. Okay. Push call button on your com off and someone will respond to you. This is Department of Inspections, Licenses, and Permits. And what exactly is that one over there, though? That's Department of Planning and Zoning. Okay. So you would get the actual permits from over here and the licenses. Okay, so this is where you would get the actual licenses and permits. The other one is for zoning and planning, as Miss Annette said. Oh, authorized personnel only, not allowed in there. Here's the county council official bulletin board. different Howard County Council team members and the legislation agenda, current legislation agenda. These are the tabled legislations. Howard County press release. Introduce emergency legislation to make a technical correction to the Citizens Election Fund. Okay. Glad they're making changes to whatever it is they need to do. Howard County Police Department public notice. To maintain. The Howard County Police Department is scheduled for a 3-part assessment as part of a program to maintain accreditation by verifying that the agency meets professional standards administered by the Commission on Accreditation for the Law Enforcement Agencies Incorporated, or CALEA. The accreditation program requires agencies to comply with state-of-the-art standards in 4 basic areas: policy and procedures, administration, operations, and support services. We will go over next door after this and make sure that they have implemented those changes. Here is the County Council Office of C. Vernon Gray. C. Vernon Gray. Couple of handmade artworks there. Couple handmade artworks. Here's the different county councils over the years. Back to 2002, 2006, 94 to 98. God, look at the time change as far as like the way people wear clothes and even the quality of the pictures taken. It's 89 to 90. And here is 82 to 86. Ooh, that's an old one. That goes back. Okay. This is the C. Vernon Gray room. If no one is at the front desk, please dial 2001 on the phone on your right and someone will assist you. For liquor board, call 2395. Excuse me?
This isn't open to the public.
How am I supposed to, where does it say that?
It does not say that.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying, okay, it's the council.
Yeah, it's the lobby to the council's office. Yep.
But they don't have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
person.
behind those doors is not accessible to the public, but the lobby right here is accessible to the public. That's
Well,
why
we
there's
don't
no...
have well, we don't have, usually we have a person there and they don't have somebody hired yet, so.
That's fine, yeah, I was reading the sign on what to do if there's no one there. Yep, I didn't need any help with that.
What's going on, bud?
Yep.
Sir? Sir? What's going
So are you
on?
talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your name? Name and badge number?
It's Officer Peluso.
Officer Peluso?
5192.
5192?
Yeah, what's going
Yep.
on?
Nothing. I didn't call you.
They called me.
Oh, okay.
So
all right, well, I would
I'm-
ask them what's going on then.
Well, I'm asking you because you didn't sign in. You're not complying with the rules.
Well, I asked them the rules, sir.
Well, they said that
I
you didn't
came in
sign.
and I asked-
Listen, I'm not here to be like. I'm not
Okay,
trying to
well
get
then
into.
calm down. Let me explain to you. When I came in...
I'm calm.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out what's going
Yep,
on.
yeah. When I came in, I asked them, hey, do I have to give you guys a temperature? What are your guys' things going? Well, what are you doing? Where are you going? I said the public agencies, the public department. Well, which one? All of them that are open to the public. I have to get public information. I am, right now, engaged in constitutionally protected activities. I'm an independent journalist, gathering content for a story. I'm engaged in my First Amendment protected
May I ask
activities.
what the story's on?
I don't want to divulge that information yet, sir. It could ruin the story.
Okay.
I'd rather go about my business and continuing my legal and lawful protected activities.
Listen, I understand that, and
Okay.
I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong. But
Okay,
you got to
alright.
understand that when you get a call, you got to come out and investigate. You only
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
certain.
You came out investigated, and I'll let her know that I'm not doing anything unlawful, that you guys are not the feelings police, that you're law enforcement. I'm not breaking
That's
any
correct.
laws.
However,
Uh-huh.
what I can tell you is a part of my duty. Okay. If they ask you to leave,
No, they can't.
Then-
So this is a public building. If order them to ask me to leave just because they don't like me would be a violation of
No,
18
I'm not
U.S.
saying
Code
that-
242.
I'm not-
That would be discrimination. I haven't committed any crimes,
not
and I've done
saying
nothing
that-
for them to ask me to leave this public building just because
But
they're
if you're-
uncomfortable and don't like. Sir, their feelings don't trump my right
I'm not talking about
to freedom of
feelings.
press. Okay, well you're saying that they can ask me to leave just
if
because
they-
they don't want me, because they feel There's that word you're about to use because they feel uncomfortable.
You're putting words in my mouth. If they say that you're not supposed to be here, you're not have legitimate business, and they believe that you're trespassing, then they can ask you to leave. Now, in my experience, and I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, okay, normally when you walk into this building, there's a sign-in sheet at the and you have to state what office you're going to.
Yep, I told them all of them.
But did you sign in with it?
They didn't say I had to sign in.
No.
I asked if there was a temperature thing or what it is. No, you said I needed to tell you what department I was going to, and I said all of them, ma'am. Now let me explain this to you,
Well,
sir.
I mean,
They
I
can't
said
just
one
come out.
thing.
They can't just come out
You
somewhere.
asked me if you had to have your temperature taken. I said,
Exactly.
no, sir.
Yeah. I came in to ask what procedures you guys had to come into the building. You said I had to tell you what department I was going to, ma'am. I told you all of the ones that are publicly accessible. Okay. So let me explain this how this works.
Sure.
They can't just not want me here because they don't want me here. This is a public building. It's publicly accessible. By them just not wanting me here, that's discrimination for their feelings. That is a violation of 18 U.S. Code 242. That is a deprivation of public services, sir.
Okay.
That is a crime under the color of law. So you are the law enforcement officer.
I am.
If they are
you
going
gotta
to
understand.
no, hold on. Now let me
you have
finish.
to
No.
understand.
You need to understand that you are a law enforcement officer, sir. If they
I
deprive
am a
me,
law
if
enforcement
they
officer.
deprive me
However,
of public services,
I'm trying to break this down for you.
I know.
If you cite a federal code, okay,
Yeah.
there's also state code.
Yeah.
There's also county code.
There's no state code that says I can't record in publicly accessible areas, sir. I'm headed over to your police department
I'm
after
not
this, so
saying that I'm not saying
Okay.
that there's a violation in recording.
Okay.
Okay.
So what violation is it then? Why? Who are they to tell me they don't want me in a building that is funded by my tax dollars? It's not their building, sir. The
not
owner
saying
of the
it's their
building.
building.
And the way trespassing works is the owner of the building is the one that has to trespass you,
Actually,
not the
it's
tenant.
an agent.
It's the landlord.
It's an
not.
agent of the property.
We'll litigate that if we go down to it.
That's
But
fine.
either way, you can't come out here and solicit a trespass either. They would have had to have the
I'm
owner of the
not.
building ask me to leave. I then have to be given an opportunity to leave and then be trespassed. You can't just come out here and say, we don't want you here, we're going to trespass you. That's not how that works. Second off, this is a government facility that is open to the public.
It is open to the public.
I am not breaking any laws. I'm engaged in legal and lawful activity. As I was explaining to you, them depriving me of this public services is actually a crime, Mr. Law Enforcement Officer. So if you're going to come out here and try and enforce laws, please go tell them that depriving me of public services is a crime under 18 U.S. Code 242.
What public service are you seeking?
One, I am using the public services that this building has. I'm going to the different departments and requesting public information. I'm coming to get forms to fill out for my own public information that are right there. I'm engaged in legal and lawful activity. I have every right to be in this building as anybody else does. If anything, I have more right than them because I'm a tax-paying citizen and this is my building, sir. They're lucky that we give them the right to work in it.
Are you a Howard County resident?
Am I Howard County resident? I don't answer questions like that, sir. I'd rather not answer that question.
Well,
I don't answer any personal questions.
Well, that's really not a personal question. It's pretty ambiguous. I'll
I'd
tell you
rather not
straight
answer.
out. I'll tell you straight out. I'm a Howard County resident. My tax dollars goes to this building.
Okay.
So
That's fine, but you work for the public. I could figure that out if I wanted to.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I'd just rather
but-
not. I'd rather not answer any questions, sir. I'd rather go about my business and continue gathering my content for my story in the legal and lawful manner that I was. I wasn't bothering anybody.
I'm
As
not
you can see,
saying
I haven't
that.
gone into any unauthorized areas. I only went into the authorized public areas. Every time I've come somewhere that says employees only or authorized, hey, look, I can't go in there, guys. We're going to turn around and go back to the publicly accessible areas. Hell, I'd have been done. This is the last part of the building right here.
Okay.
That's the whole building right there. I'm getting ready to leave, and they're freaking out. But you need to explain to them, sir, that
you
this
have
is
to
not...
understand where I'm coming from. If you
I
get
don't.
a call,
I don't understand where you're coming from, sir,
Okay,
because you
so
got the call, you came out here, you
Yeah,
made contact
and-
with me,
and I'm
and you
talking.
see that I'm not doing anything wrong, but yet you're still trying to accost me.
I'm not accosting.
Okay,
We're-
all right.
I thought we were involved in a conversation.
We were, but now this consensual conversation is over, sir. Don't appreciate any public servants calling the authorities on me for being engaged in legal and lawful activities. It is the Benjamin Banneker wooden. It is a wooden. A vision of the life of Benjamin Banneker, given to Howard County, November 9th, 1977. Okay, make sure we get these forms for the licensing and permit offices. Oh, I definitely need one of these rental licenses applications as well. gotta run some electrical wires out to my pool, so I definitely need to grab them as well.
I just have one question.
What's
We
up?
require everybody to sign in.
Uh-huh.
Would you do that before you leave?
Rock Anderson.
Yeah, sure, I'll
back
sign
for
it.
Andrew with
Absolutely.
the plans he needs.
Yep.
Good, thanks, Cheryl. We will see you shortly.
Thank you.
Whatever it is.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Okay. It's a packet.
I'm good, buddy.
Okay.
Put it in.
Okay.
Good afternoon, that's the phone.
Hi, I'm here to drop off a deck permit.
Sure, take your first name, sir.
Chris?
All right, so you will please have a seat in the lobby, we'll be with you as soon as we can.
Okay.
So, Mr. Law Enforcement Officer, you're not going to go explain to them how they were breaking a law? We're not going to go enforce laws. Mr. Law Enforcement Officer, we're not going to go enforce that law or anything.
I was under the assumption that our communication, like you told me, it had been terminated, so I'm not speaking to you now,
Okay.
okay?
I was just asking a public
I'm
servant
waiting
in the
for
line of his duty.
supervisor, and that's fine.
Okay.
It's just like you're allowed to be here, like you told me.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to be here as well.
Oh, I didn't tell you to leave.
Okay.
I didn't say you have to leave. I didn't accuse you of things you didn't do. I just asked why you weren't properly doing your job.
Look, dude, like I said, I was born on a day, but it wasn't yesterday.
Mhm.
I can understand that you're sitting here, you're walking into this with your film, and you're trying to antagonize them. You're trying to antagonize me. I'm sure I'm going to end up on a YouTube video later or something.
Man, that's your
or
personal
some
feelings, sir.
30-second clip where you say that you've been harassed by law enforcement. I get it. I'm not.
Well, if you get it, then why are you doing it?
Why am I not doing what?
If you get it, why are you
If
doing
you know
it?
so much about the law, then why aren't you in my position?
Why?
Yeah, why aren't you enforcing these laws, these supposed federal articles that you keep throwing out at me, like, you know?
Well, because I'm not law enforcement, sir.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. If you know the law so well, then why aren't you upholding them?
Well, because that's not my job, sir. It's yours.
Well, I understand it's mine, but I mean, you know it so well. You seem
When you
to
come
know
sit
that
down in a
what I
restaurant,
can and can't
when you
do,
come sit down in a
what you
restaurant and
can
I
and
take
what-
care of you as your server, do I ask you why you're not back there cooking food or bringing your drinks or food out to your table?
Oh, I don't sit and harass the person that's serving me.
Again, that's your choice to say I'm harassing, sir. I wasn't talking to any of these people. You made contact with me. They contacted with me. I was taking video quietly,
Okay.
independently. So, yeah.
All right, well,
If anyone's harassing anybody, sir, it's you and these people harassing me.
Really?
Yeah.
And how's that?
What do you mean, how is that, sir? I'm not breaking any laws. I'm in a public property, and you just try to tell me that I had to leave, or they somehow had the
I
right to
never
tell me I
said
had
that
to
you
leave.
had to leave. I asked why you were here.
Oh, okay.
So don't, I mean, you can look back on the recording.
We will.
And you're putting words into my mouth.
Okay.
But I never asked you to leave. I asked what your business was here.
Okay.
And I sat
And I told you.
listened. We were kind of conversing. I thought it was pretty cordial until you wanted to.
It was, but you just kept trying to say you got to understand me. You got to
Yeah,
understand me.
because
I don't.
there are two sides to every story. Okay?
There's three sides. There's their side, my side, and the truth. There's three sides to every story.
So you're telling me that you're not you weren't telling the truth?
I
Or
didn't say that
they
I was
weren't
lying.
telling-
I'm just saying there's three sides to every story, sir.
Okay.
There's their side, my side, and what you assimilate to be the truth.
And that was what I was trying to put together
Yep.
and to say why I'm here.
Okay.
Because they tell me one thing, I'm trying to get your side of the story,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to piece things together so
Okay.
that I can come to a civil and,
I know, but you didn't really approach me
Conclusion
very
is
civilly,
what-
sir. That was all.
pardon me?
You didn't really approach me very civilly. That was all.
Well, you were all, she
I was
approached you
what?
after she already told you to stay out of there. I just asked you what was going on. I mean,
She said that there was a sign on the door. She said that it was a private area. I asked, where does it say that? She said it doesn't. We haven't hired someone, so normally if you need help and someone's not here, you have to. And I stopped her.
Did I stop you? Did I say you couldn't be back there? Did I say?
No, but when I
just
went to
said,
walk
"Hey,
away,
what's
you said,
going
"Hey,
on?"
sir," and stopped me to have a conversation with me. So
Because
you,
that's part of my that's part of an
you
investigation.
hindered. We'll go see what she's telling this man over here real quick. I don't like people talking about me. Keep it up. You might not have a pension to retire on, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, sir?
What's up? I was just seeing what we guys were talking about. That was all.
Okay, we're just talking about you being here. We're like, so they have, clearly when you first walk in, it says you gotta sign in here. You can't have free room of the building.
No, I asked when I came in. It's all on video. I came in. I said, "Hey,
Okay.
do I have to give a temperature? What's up? Well, what are you doing here? Where are you going?
Yeah.
You have to tell me what department." I said, "All departments." Oh, okay. So I asked again, "Is there a temperature that I have to give? Is there a checkpoint?" Well, you have to let us know what you're doing. I let you know what I'm doing. Well, I'm going to get some more information. This lady, I said, "Okay, that's fine. Gather your information. I'm going to continue doing my thing." That was it. No one ever said, "Hey, you got to do that." Now, like, respectfully, I don't have to surrender my Fourth Amendment right to come into publicly accessible areas. I don't. I'm gonna put good citizen on that piece of paper because that's all that I have to reveal to you. It's
Okay,
good
you have to
citizen.
check in with them. It's getting like.
Yep, yeah. I'm just good
I mean, do
citizen.
you think you could just like walk into the county executive's office and have free reign? That's not
Well,
reasonable.
no, but I could walk into the public lobby of the county executive's office and have free reign. Yes.
Exactly. Here you go to the
Yeah.
library right here. There's clearly
Yeah.
signs here that say you got to sign in when you walk in. You can't just have free reign of the building.
What? No, is it the lobby, sir?
Okay,
And again,
this is
I'm
the lobby
signing
right
it.
here.
I told you I would
This
sign
is
it.
the
I told her I would sign
Okay.
it. I asked
And that's
what to
that's the
do.
only issue. Mhm.
I asked what to do. They said, "Let me call and get some information." No one said anything about signing in until 5-10 minutes into me being here.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All
it
right.
is.
Well, we're here now, so go ahead and sign in.
Well, in reality, I'm good. I got my information. I'm okay. I have all the information I need. I went down there. I saw the agencies. I talked to Miss Annette. I got my paperwork. I went down and saw that department, and I'm good. That's all I was doing.
Okay.
It's just relaying information to the public in whatever form they want to ingest it. Some people might not be able to come out here and do these things. They might need to go online and fill out these forms or to do that. Now they're going to have the ability to do that because I am going to provide the proper information and the proper channels for citizens to access public subsidiary programs.
Mhm.
That's all.
Okay.
I shouldn't have to surrender my Fourth Amendment right
You're not
to do
surrendering
that.
anything.
I am by signing in. Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you done with your business here, or do you still have business to conduct?
Well, I'm done my business here, but I
Okay.
want to be very clear
Uh-huh.
that I have the right to come in here and conduct this business.
Mhm. And nobody's denying you that right. You have the right to come in here and do your business.
She
but
did,
if-
and he said that they can tell me to leave, and I have to.
and that's true.
No. So again, that would be a violation of 18 U.S. Code 242, sir. That is a deprivation of public services. I have the same right to use this public building in these publicly accessible areas as every other tax-paying private citizen has.
If you are
and
not
here you are.
following the policy set forth by said place,
Okay.
and there's two
It's a
agents of
policy
the
of law,
property on this premises that will tell you they don't want you here, they have every right to do so.
Are you policy enforcement or law enforcement, sir?
Law enforcement.
Law
Turns
enforcement.
into-
I just
turns
gave
into a
you-
trespass.
I just
Let
gave
me-
you a
hold on.
law. I just
Give me
gave you a
second.
law.
Give me a second. You're clearly here to
Okay.
rabble rouse.
But
Listen
I'm
to me.
not.
Let
I'm
me
getting ready to
finish.
leave.
Let me finish. Please let me finish.
I didn't
okay?
even want to talk to them. I
Let-
didn't ask
please,
them their
please,
names.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
I don't.
Like
We can walk over to your
Can I
police
please
department.
talk?
We can finish over there because
Okay,
I'm headed over there next.
Okay, then we can talk over there.
All right. If you want to, we can walk over there
Okay,
together
we
because
can go
I'm
out
headed over
That
there.
debates
We
this
can't
problem.
get him to sign in?
No, I'm good. I'm all done. I'm all done.
Okay, all right.
Yep. No, I'm okay. For my safety.
Your safety.
Yeah, for my safety, sir. I'm good. I can hold the door. I'm okay. For my safety. I don't like folks I don't know walking behind
It's
me.
just like going to the station. Like when we go to the police station lobby, you're only allowed to go in the lobby. You can't
Yeah.
go back up behind our locked doors.
I didn't ask to go back behind
I know,
any
but
locked doors.
Would you please just listen to me and let me finish?
Okay.
You can go into the lobby there, but you can't go behind the locked doors. It's the same thing here. You got private county like offices. Again, you couldn't just
Yeah.
walk into the county executive's office, right?
No, I know.
I'm pulling up into the station probably 10, 15 minutes ago, right? I saw you from the back walking up the sidewalk. I saw your harness. I was like, this guy's just trying to push buttons up here. You're like one of the, rights advocates or whatever you call yourself, just trying to cause trouble in here. They see you walk in with the camera. They don't want you causing issues here in the building. That's why they want people, not necessarily you, well, yeah, you, but everybody else to check in there because they don't know who's coming in here. Again, there's private offices back there.
You're right, sir. There are private offices. I never asked to go into any private offices. I only came into the publicly accessible
give you a
areas. The
hypothetical.
same way, no, sir, please let me finish. I just sat here and let him finish. The same way you just tried to say the police department lobby is accessible but not the private areas. I only wanted to access the publicly accessible areas. That's the only place that I went into in this building. Everywhere that said authorized personnel or employees only, I made it a point to say, hey, we can't go in there. That's authorized. When I went to the building over here at this door where there was someone, hey, is this right here open to the public? Is she count as the one customer because you have a sign that says only one customer in the area at a time? Does she count as a customer or can I come in here? Is that okay? She counts, but it's okay. You can come in here. They were completely cool. Everyone else in the offices was cool. It was only the two dickheads up here that were ignorant about it, man.
You have to understand that they have to perform a duty specified on it, or just like you said.
I don't understand that, sir.
But you gave me an example earlier about working at a restaurant. Okay. These people were employees of the county and they're trying to do a job that's set forth in the job criteria. But by you not by you not signing in, that's one of their
Again,
job
they didn't tell me to
criteria.
sign in until well into the altercation, sir.
I'm not disputing that.
I asked what I needed to do to come into the building.
If you say that's then I believe you. But once somebody says, hey, you need to sign in, then they're doing what is in the scope of their job.
But I don't have to sign in though. That's just it though. I don't though.
But if it is a policy set
But a
forth by
policy is
this
not a law.
building,
Is
and
there a
these
law that
people,
says I have to give
we're
up
not
my
talking
private
about
information
law.
to go into
it's
a publicly
just like
accessible?
If I walk into a restaurant and they have every
Can I get
right
your
to
badge number,
refuse
sir?
me.
5264.
5264. Thank you, Trotman. Okay. I'm not going to sit here and keep going back and forth with you, buddy. You obviously don't understand the law. No, I'm not. If I was so wrong, then how come? Okay, I'm wrong.
You are.
Okay.
Feel free to go up to the police station.
Oh, I'm absolutely. I'm headed over there. 100%.
And you can record what you want, but again,
Absolutely.
with the secure doors, you can't get in the
You're
rest
right.
of the station.
You're right. But I can record in that publicly accessible lobby and those publicly accessible areas. I don't care what his feelings has, what he thinks, what she thinks, what anyone thinks, or their feelings. You guys are not policy enforcement. Please don't walk behind me. You are not policy enforcement. You are not feelings enforcement. You guys are law enforcement officers. You can't tell me a single law that I was breaking.
Walking down the street or in a city,
You
don't
can't-
like people walking behind you.
You can't tell me. Well, most people don't carry badges and guns on their hips, sir. Most people don't have weapons on their hips. Most people aren't on the news killing innocent civilians every day, sir.
That's a little bit odd to us too.
Most folks aren't gang members.
When you're walking around with a camcorder on your chest.
That's your personal feelings, sir. You're not feelings enforcement. Remember that. Yep, you're not feelings enforcement. Remember that.
May I help you?
Yeah, I need a complaint form.
Hold on a minute.
I would also like to speak to a supervisor, please.
Okay, you'll have to wait for that one. Which one do you want?
Whoever the supervisor of the two officers that just made contact right next door were.
Do you know who they were at all?
Yeah, I just had it on my video. Fuck. It's all on my video camera. Totter it was. Totter, and one of them was like an Italian name, like
Oh,
DeLucy or
Trodden.
Trotten. There you go, Trotten. And who's the other one? Okay, can I have his supervisor, please?
That would be Sergeant Ward.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
2 hours later.
What's going on, man?
What's up, buddy? You the supervisor of Totter?
Trodden.
Okay, sorry, it was quick. Yeah, my issue, man, is they came over the building over there and just definitely tried to infringe upon my rights. So I have a First Amendment right to the freedom of press. So I'm an independent journalist gathering content for a story in public and publicly accessible areas. Okay. I didn't go into any private offices. When I walked into the building, I asked the folks over there, hey, do you need a temperature? What's up? What's the sign? What is that on your chest?
They got nervous.
They freaked out. Oh, let me get some more information. That's fine. Get your information. I'm going to continue doing what I was doing. They never once asked me that you need to sign in. I asked twice. Do you need my temperature? No. Okay, cool. Went about my stuff. Every time I saw a closed door and authorized personnel, employees only. Hey, look, you can't go in there. Authorized only. They freaked out because I walked into a completely open office that says nothing about being closed or authorized only. It was an open lobby to an open office. It was the lobby to their offices. And there's even a sign on the window that says, hey, if no one's here, call this number. That's just what I was getting. When I come out, officer, who was the second officer that's not Totter? I keep saying it, Trodden, right? Trodden.
Yeah.
Trodden. Who was the one not Trodden? Delucio?
Peluso.
Okay, Peluso. So that was the one that first made contact with me. And I explained to him from the get-go, hey, listen, man, I'm engaged in First Amendment protected activity. This is what I'm doing. I'm not bothering anybody. I explained to them. I asked their processes and the procedures. They didn't want to give it to me. I've spoken to a couple different people. And he's instantly just goes into, I know what you're here to do. You're here for clicks and views. You want confrontation. I saw you walking outside and I'm here to do an investigation and this and that. And just like accost the hell out of me while I'm trying to do my job. My issue is he tells me, oh, well, if they want you to go, you need to leave. I explained to him, no, that's not right. For them to sit there and say, we don't want you in this building because you're hurting our feelings or you're making us feel uncomfortable is a violation of 18 U.S. Code 242, sir. That makes it a crime under the color of law to deprive a public citizen of public services. I have the same right to those public services in that building as every other citizen in this great nation does. So I explained that to him. You're a law enforcement officer, not a feelings enforcement. If anything, what they're doing, like I said, is a crime under the color of law. So they're committing a crime, yet he's over there accosting me for their feelings. I explained this multiple times. We go back and forth. I'm not going to sit here and argue with a grown-ass man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Okay, listen, this consensual conversation's over. I'm going to go about my business. Then we back and forth for a little bit. That's when Trotter comes in. I go there to ask what's going on. The lady's like, oh, he didn't sign in. We asked him to sign in. No, they didn't. It's all on camera. And that's why I do this, because they tend to lie and they tend to da-da-da. Sure. My issue is the fact that I'm being told that I need to leave that building because of someone's feelings. I would like you to properly train not only Trotter, but the person that was under him in how to deal with people that are gathering content in public and publicly accessible areas. I have a First Amendment right to do what I'm doing. I wasn't confrontational. I don't go up and be like, what's your name? Da, da, da. I don't do that shit, man. I was over there saying, hey, look, if y'all need permits, this is where you come to get it. A lot of people, especially with the pandemic, don't want to come out, but may need to get help from the services that are available in this building. And if you want to go online, that some of that information is not available. You go online, half these government websites haven't been updated in 6-8 months. Wrong addresses, right, and the hours, exactly. So I just try to provide it in a more simplistic approach in terms for them. And just from the get-go, I was accosted by them, and they just really weren't understanding how the law works, and were trying to more so enforce their feelings. So I guess I'm just trying to let you know that I am going to go back over to that building. I'm going to continue gathering content for my story, legally and lawfully.
Yeah, just do it. Follow
No, I'm not going to give up my identity to go into private. That would be surrendering my Fourth Amendment right.
I mean, if they ask you to sign in or whatever. Like,
I told them I'd write down good citizen, and they were like, that's not good enough. And it's like, well, how do you know that's not my name? You don't have the right to ask for my ID because I would be surrendering my ID. Ron Artest changed his name to Meta World Peace. Mm-hmm. If I went and wrote Meta World Peace, they think I was fucking high on, drugs or something. Yeah. But that's his real name. So I could write down whatever I want, and they can't tell me that it's not my name. So that's what I tried to explain to her when she brought up the whole thing. I said, look, man, I could put down, Joe Schmo, Puddin' Jimmy Jeffries, fucking Jeffrey the Giraffe from Toys R Us, and there's nothing you can do about it because you don't have the right to say that that's not me or to ID me or this or that. So I tried to explain it to him, but your officers are huffing and puffing, telling me I need to leave over there. So I guess I'm coming to let you know that I'm going to go back over there. I'm going to write good citizen. I'm going to do my stuff. I'm trying to save the city of Howard from another lawsuit for a civil rights violation. I've never had any issues with y'all. I don't have a problem with Howard County. My issues with Maryland Capitol Police and Annapolis City Police. Okay. That's my main vendetta is with them. Y'all are cool people in my books. I know a lot of folks that watch my stories get mad at me for saying this right now, but I fuck with y'all heavy. Y'all done nothing wrong in my books besides this interaction. So I just wanted to make sure that those two officers were properly trained on how to approach this situation the next time, because I never escalated anything. I never got confrontational, unprofessional, raised my voice or anything. But I still felt like for someone who was engaged in legal and lawful activities and someone else to be breaking the law and discriminating against me, I felt like they were made out to be the victim, and I was the defendant in the situation. I was having to defend my actions when they were the ones breaking the law. So I don't feel like
Who
that.
were the security guards over there?
I don't know. I'm gonna go find out. It's an old white lady and like a light skinned black dude. But I'm gonna go find out.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask their.
I know very well over there.
I'm gonna ask their information. I'm gonna follow the proper complaint through their like channels and stuff as well.
Yeah, like they're a separate entity from us.
I figured they had a
Yeah.
contract with the thing.
They're,
So
they're basically
are
the
they like walk-ins?
they're
or-
like the county, whereas the police department, they're like the county government. Like that's where the county council's at and the county executive.
So they don't contract with y'all to go over there.
No,
They're with the
they have
county.
their own security,
So
they have their
I'll
own
have to
protocols.
contact like the county executive.
Yeah,
or something.
yeah. Any complaint on their security wouldn't come through us.
Okay,
We're
cool,
separate.
cool. I do have the complaint form for God, I'm gonna fuck up. I got Totter now, but the other one, Pelusi.
Close enough.
Pelusi. I just keep thinking like John Belushi or whatever it is now. That's all I
close
can
enough.
think. But yeah, so I'm gonna follow the proper complaints that way. I just wanted to make sure that when I went to finish doing my job and stuff, that I wasn't gonna be accosted or they weren't going to hinder my investigation or my work or anything like that. And I wanted to let you know how they were
I
interacting.
can't
with people.
guarantee that they won't call us again because they
No, I know,
they
but
get
they can-
scared for some reason.
If they
they'll
call you,
us.
that's fine. But I just need you guys to let them know that you know what I mean.
All right.
I'm not
All
doing
right,
anything
well,
wrong or.
Good luck getting your story.
Alrighty, thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Okay, so hopefully he will do the right thing and properly explain to these officers how these situations work and how they should be treating us and interacting with us and things like that. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're welcome. Oh, damn, that thing flew open. That bad boy flew open. We got a new team up here today. I don't need any help. I'm okay right now.
Where are you going, sir?
To the public departments in this building.
To all of them?
Yes.
Okay, so you signing in to go where though on that one?
It just says business.
But you have to select a department.
I haven't gotten that far yet.
So that's why I'm asking which one you're going.
All of them? It just says business delivery or payment. I'm here for business. More specifically, where would I go to find out the information on Public Information Office, on the people and the teammates who were working up here about 40 minutes ago? I know that you guys are some sort of like private company or whatever that contracts for security with the county, or I don't know if you just work for the county. I know you're not part of the police department, so I just want to come over and get the proper information and file the complaints that I need to file and things like that as well. So, you guys know where I would find that information at?
You want the supervisors for the team that was in here earlier today, you said?
Sure.
Alright, they're not in this building. I can provide you with their information.
Yeah. Appreciate you.
I'd also ask that you don't record me, please.
Okay. Well, no, I'm going to, so.
I'd also ask again that you not record me.
No, I know, I heard you.
And you put this for you're Mr. Scott Kramer?
No, that's who I was here to see.
That's who you're here to see?
I guess I just chose public information. It was a very sketchy system. I've never had to specifically write out exactly who I was here for to come into public. You're okay. Do your thing. Yep, do your thing. Do your thing.
But do you still want that information,
Absolutely.
sir?
Yeah, I want their information and their supervisor's information. Yes.
No, the supervisor's information.
Yeah.
You
Yep.
still
Yes,
want
ma'am.
that?
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
yeah, no problem.
Yep.
Just bear with me 1 second. I have to call him before I
Okay.
can let you up. Hold
That's
on.
fine. That's fine. I'm gonna continue my business and I'll pop back up.
What business, well, you need this.
Need what?
You need the badge.
Oh, okay, well, let me see it.
Well, that's the point you have to understand. Your badge says you're going to see him. So that's
Yeah.
where you're supposed to go in the building when
Okay,
you have
yeah.
this. So if you just bear with me 2 minutes.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
I just left the police department, ma'am. That's not how that works, but okay. I was accosted and interrupted in the line of my duty in my business earlier, so I came over here to finish my business. Now that we went and rectified the problem, and we
You rectified the problem with this building?
yeah, with this building and the police department, and the fact that I have the right to be here in this publicly accessible area, and for you to discriminate against me for your guys' personal feelings is a violation of 18 U.S. Code 242. It's actually a
You
crime.
can spill whatever you want, but
I will.
so you meet with who you need to.
That's fine. I asked for the information. Like I said, it didn't give me like a general button. I had to specifically choose his name. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate you. Much is. Hey man, can I ask you a logical question? Because I always wonder this, but nobody ever wants to answer it. You say that you don't want to be on my videotape or this or that, but there's a video camera right.
I'm not here to answer your question.
Okay.
You asked me to contact this
Yep.
young man, that's who I'm trying to get
Okay.
for you. So if you, again, if you just.
Yeah, but you made a statement about.
Scott's on his way, okay?
You made a statement about not wanting to be on the
Yeah, you
camera,
want
so I was
this?
just curious if you guys make that
Yeah,
statement
this is
about
on
those
That's
cameras.
for my own personal reasons, if you didn't
That
mind.
camera?
Your cameras.
Oh, because I can
Yeah,
FOIA
do
that
you
for
want
$40.
your- do you want
Absolutely, I've
that?
asked for it a couple times. Because that camera is accessible to the public for $40. So I was just curious why. I was just trying to ask a logical question, that was all. If you don't want to answer it, that's fine. Most people don't like when you point out that they're just crying over your stuff and not someone else's. Most folks don't like when you point out that they're being bullies. But hell, I wouldn't want to be told I was wrong to my face either, so. Here is the nice railroad line. What's up? I had a question. Hold on, I wasn't done.
No, right
Yeah.
here, right here.
Yeah, I was gonna ask her a question. What's up?
Just want to tell you, you do not have my permission to record me.
Okay. You don't have my permission to record me on any of those cameras either, then, sir.
That's not my
Okay.
purview.
Okay.
But you do not have permission to record me.
Okay, that's fine. I
So you
don't
need
need
to
it.
step outside.
No, no, no.
You
I
do
don't.
need it, because it's a two-consent state,
Yeah, not in public though, sir.
anywhere.
You're consenting by having a
I am not
conversation with me
consenting.
on my camera. You came
I
up
am
to
not
me.
consenting.
Sir, this is public. You
You
don't
need
have
to
those
leave.
rights in public. No,
You
I'm
need
okay. I just left the police station, sir, so.
Okay.
I just left the police department, so. Hey ma'am, I was just curious, do I request like budget information here as well? Can I get public information, or is it only for like paying fines or stuff like that?
Public information for what?
Like requesting what the county spends the budget on and stuff like that?
That you gotta do through the website, 'cause they have a special department, or you can call people.
I don't have access to a computer.
I'll give you a phone number, call public.
Okay, that's fine. Cool, cool. No, yeah, if I could get that phone number, that'd be sweet.
No, you don't have to talk to him.
That's a deprivation of public services, ma'am. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
Do not talk to him.
I wouldn't do that. It's a deprivation of public services. Can I get your name, sir?
Nope.
Okay. Please don't obstruct my walkway, sir.
This is a public
Yep,
facility.
you're right. It's a public facility. Please
Yeah.
don't obstruct my walkway in public, sir. That's a crime.
That's all right.
That's a crime, sir. Please don't obstruct my walkway. Please and
Okay,
thank you.
charge me.
Please and thank you. I'm just asking you to move so I can go.
No, you don't need to talk to any of these people.
Okay, I was trying to go. You can't walk backwards. It's a one-way thing. I was trying to go out the proper direction, sir. Thank you. Appreciate you for obstructing. Can you ask him not to obstruct my walkway, sir?
Can I ask what you're doing here?
Yeah, I was just gathering public information, that was all.
It's against the law to
No.
record, it's against the law in the state of Maryland to record anybody's voice without their permission. It is.
You're gonna find that out.
It is. Maryland is a two-party consent.
You're right, it is. I can't record you over the phone and things like that, but while we're out in public and things like
You're
that.
not in public.
We are in public. He just said it's a publicly accessible lobby, sir.
You're not in
I
public.
did
We
not
are
say
in public.
that.
You did. You just said it's a public
I
service.
did not say it's a
You
publicly
did.
accessible lobby.
You did.
Never use those words.
You did.
You need to
Oh,
go.
that,
You literally
that
just
I
said this
know,
is
but
public.
I was thinking that it was already going bad.
I'm waiting for whoever I came here to see.
Because I thought it was the wrong day.
I'm waiting for whoever I came here to see. Yep. Waiting for whoever I came here to see, sir.
Who'd you come here to say?
It looks like Scott Kramer.
Okay, what would you like to talk to Scott Kramer about?
Public information.
What public information would you like?
I'd speak with Scott Kramer about that, sir. Just throwing trash away, sir. Please don't follow me. I'm gathering content for my story. I don't want you guys being the focal point of my story, please, sir. For someone worried about me recording them, you sure want to follow me around and put yourself on the camera, don't you, sir? I don't think you realize how public photography works. You don't have a expectation of privacy out in public, buddy. Oh, please don't obstruct the walkway, sir. Please don't. Grown man obstructing the walkway. Ha 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 ha! I got you. I'm quicker than you, buddy. Fucking clown. Ma'am, do you know if Mr. Kramer's on the way? Hey, actually, buddy, the only information I wanted was the names of the two people that were working up here about 30 or 40 minutes ago and the proper outlet to file a complaint on them. That's all I want. If you could get that to me, that's fine. I'll take that information and I'll leave.
You can make a
If
request
not,
in writing.
All right, I need paper and a pen, sorry.
And we don't provide that.
You do, it's a public service. You didn't pay for that paper or those pens.
Say when you're oxygen deprived, the higher brain function is first to go. That must be true. I think today was your dog day. The next month is your dog day.
Yeah, I'll write it right on the back of this badge. How about that?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
How about that? I'll write it right on the back of this badge. How about that?
Like I say, they're stealing my 200.
Oh, hey, boss, can I borrow a pen for 2 seconds, sir? Can I borrow a pen for 2 seconds?
For what?
I need to write. They said I need to put something in writing.
Not today, sorry.
Oh, so I can't have a pen to put the request in writing? Okay. Ma'am, can I have a pen? They said I had to write something. Can I just have a pen to write it down?
I'm sorry.
Okay. So no, I can't have a pen. They said that they wouldn't take it from me verbally. I had to write it down, but so now I can't get a pen from anybody? Okay. All right. Okay. We'll go to the next office and ask for a pen.
Oh damn! I can't believe I can't believe I got that wrong. Like I say, I thought today was the drop dead day. But then it's next month.
Since apparently I have to put it in writing, I'll put it right here on this little work badge.
Looked at it all. I said, our brain folks, they go away. Memory, all that stuff goes away.
Sir, you wanted the information for the supervisor.
Thank you. That's all it took. Thank you. I don't know why he was acting like an asshole. No, you were. I appreciate you. I didn't know you were still looking. I asked him and he's like, you can put it in writing. No. Thank you, man. That's all I needed. I appreciate you. Sorry, I didn't mean to get the sticker a little, yeah, I apologize. Alrighty. Well, thank you very much. We will call, is that Tim Dell? Dell? Thank you. Alrighty, so we will call Tim Dell, and since these gentlemen accosted me, sir, you don't want to identify yourself since you accosted me? Sir, can you identify yourself since you gave me directives and made contact with me, sir? Mr. Mark Miller. All right, thank you, Mark Miller.
Would you like to explain why you wouldn't sign in when you came in the first time?
I'm sorry?
Would you like to explain why you wouldn't sign into the building?
Well, if you want to see the video, I actually came in and asked them how I was supposed to sign in. I said, is there like a temperature check-in or what? And she said, what is that on your chest? I explained it to her, and she said, well, let me call and get some more information. No one said anything about signing in.
Did you identify yourself as a member of the press?
A member of the press? I don't need to identify myself as anything, sir.
Did you identify
I told her
yourself as
that
a
I
member
was
of the
here
press?
to see the different public agencies.
Okay.
I'm just saying, now, your comment was about me not signing in. Now that I proved you wrong, now you're like,
No,
did you tell her you're a member of the press?
No, the question is,
Do I have to tell her I'm a member of the press?
Did you wander through the building and go into areas that were...
No, I never went to any unauthorized areas. Everywhere that said employees only or authorized areas, I didn't go into, sir.
Did you go into the county council offices?
The one down there that's open?
Yeah.
To the public?
Did
Yeah.
you go to the county, and what did they tell you?
Well, no one's in there. There was a sign that said, if no one's in here, call this number. So I turned around and walked back out.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I ask why you're making a big deal about public and people filming in public and publicly accessible areas? Can I ask why grown-ass men are obstructing my walkway?
First
Why
off,
grown-ass men are acting like grown
I'm not making any
babies?
issue about it, but there is a security issue in any public building.
Yeah, I know, but he's acting like a man-child, bro.
And when anyone walks in and the guards ask them to sign in, they should simply sign in.
But again, she didn't ask me to sign in. I asked.
I'm not going to debate it.
Do I have to? I hope not, because it's all on camera. You're going to look real dumb, Mr. Mark Miller.
I'm not going to look dumb at all. I'm just here trying to resolve an issue.
You're not, though. You're escalating it. You could have came down here and properly got me the
I'm not
information.
escalating.
You sat here and called it an attitude and said you can put it in writing. Da, da, da. You're not trying to solve anything. You were trying to escalate and further a situation, sir. I asked for the proper information. I appreciate her giving it to me. Thankfully, somebody here cares enough about their job to do it. I appreciate her.
What information is it that you are
It's
seeking?
none of your business, Mark Miller, because I wasn't here to speak to you.
Okay.
You'd be good to go read how like public photography works. This is where you pull out your camera and take a photo of me. Oh God, oh, you don't have my permission. Mark, you don't have my permission.
I don't need a permission to take a photo.
Oh, really? Because these ladies seem to think that you do.
No, you need permission to video audio record people in the state of Maryland.
Okay. Well, you see how well that works out for you, Mr. Mark Miller? You see how well that works out for you, buddy? Fucking clown. Alrighty, so we have the proper information to file the proper complaints on the security guards that were in there earlier. So we'll take our information and go about our way. I have all the content for my story that I need. Yeah, I'm good. That's all I wanted was like their names and the proper channels to follow the thing. When I went back in there, it was a whole new group of people, and they obstructed my walkway and acted like grown babies and shit. It's all right, man.
They call back again, so.
I know. It's all right. Luckily, the lady at the front was smart enough to say, hey, this is what you want. Here you go. They're like, put it in writing. No.
It just put it this way. It's almost.
You're good.
Kind of like a school. Like, if you go to like a school office, no problem. But they're not going to let you, like, monitor calls from the schools. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the school generally isn't open to like the public like that. You know what I mean? This is a little different. I get what you're saying.
It's a gray area.
Yeah, exactly. It is. All right, thank you, boss. Have a good one. Okay. Woo, it's cold out here. So they called the authorities on me again, even though they were already there once. Told them that what I was doing wasn't wrong. They were upset about me signing in, but regardless, what I was doing wasn't wrong. And then they just called him again. My gosh. That's ridiculous. That is a waste of taxpayer dollars, folks. I mean, literally, some grown-ass babies in there. So we're going to file the proper complaints on Mark Miller and whoever the Manu Ginobili bald spot looking wannabe boy is. And yeah. Alrighty, squad. Be safe out there. And as always, peace out.